This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, the contest for the Clutha Southland National Party candidacy ends with the incumbent retaining his position. The end of an era could be nigh as an under-offer sign goes up on a much-loved Dunedin music venue. And a new park and ride project may ease parking woes at Queenstown's airport. We take a look at the details. Good evening, I'm Rebecca Dupree. Todd Barclay is still the national candidate for the Clutha Southland electorate. The result follows a selection process carried out by the National Party where his position was challenged by Simon Flood. And he says he's now looking to next year's election to try and get the best possible result for his party.
I'm pleased to announce we have a result. The National Party candidate for the 2017 general election in Clutha Southland is Todd Barclay.
Last night in Winton, the National Party held a selection to decide who would be the party's candidate for the Clutha Southland electorate in the 2017 election. Todd Barclay retained his seat.
Obviously I'm really humbled and pleased to have been selected by the delegates here to be the national candidate for Clutha Southland for a further 3 years.
This selection came about from a divide in the electorate's support. Several long-term staff members resigned over Barclay's first term in the electorate, and Simon Flood challenged Barclay's position. But after hearing the verdict, he urged the crowd to get behind the sitting MP.
I think this was a campaign that we embarked on in order to put issues on the table so that they could be discussed and resolved in a positive way. And I think we have done that. The result is clear. You have a candidate in Todd to go into 2017, and it is now incumbent on everybody in this room to draw a line in the sand and move forward with Todd as the candidate.
However, Todd Barclay doesn't believe there's a divide.
We've got a united team and it's a privilege to be a part of that team for a further campaign.
Health Minister Jonathan Coleman and several MPs, including Sarah Dowie, attended and reaffirmed the message of the night to get behind the party and vote in the upcoming election so they can stay in government. Ruby Spink, The South Today.
The Southern District Health Board has halted the recent outbreak of vancomycin-resistant enterococcus, or VRE, at Dunedin's Whakaari Hospital. The DHB says there have been no further positive culture results for the bacteria in the ISIS ward at Whakaari. Infectious disease clinical leader Dr. Jill Wolfgang says a good team culture stopped the outbreak in its tracks. She says it's a timely reminder about the overprescription of antibiotics, which is the main reason some virus strains become resistant. Could it be the end of an era for Sammy's? The signs in front of the once great music venue now read under offer. The South Today has been chasing the current owner and the real estate company.
Historic Dunedin music venue Sammy's is under offer. There has been talk in the city's music circles about forming a collective or group to resuscitate the famous venue in some way. And speculation is still rife. This building behind me in Dunedin's Crawford Street was renamed His Majesty's Theatre in 1902. It ran as the Picture House from 1904. In 1983 it was renamed Sammy's Entertainment Venue and has played a key part in Dunedin's music scene, hosting local bands as well as some of the world's most internationally famous acts. When the current owner, Sam Chin, spoke with The South Today earlier this year, he said it would take more than $600,000 to upgrade the venue. He didn't want to speak on camera today and says seeing the sign this morning was the first he'd heard that his family's venue was under offer. Collier's Dunedin realtor, Dean Collins, says the property is for sale as a freehold offering for the first time in many decades. He says the site is prime for redevelopment. The building at 65 Crawford Street was originally constructed in 1896 and named the Agricultural Hall. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
A small South Otago community has offered its thoughts on proposed changes to the Beaumont Bridge. NZTA Projects manager Simon Underwood says around 20 residents of Beaumont shared their feelings at a recent meeting. Two options for alignment are on the table. Option A has the highway still passing in front of the local pub, while option B takes the road behind the establishment. Underwood says there is clear community preference for option A. Queenstown Airport will have more parking spaces for its travellers by Easter next year, and that's all thanks to a new park and ride project. Mina Amso was there for the announcement.
Airport parking in Queenstown has always been a challenge for travellers, but good news, an airport park and ride plan is on its way. Queenstown Airport Corporation has announced today plans to launch an airport park and ride offering, expanding the airport's car parking options and creating an additional 150 parking spaces.
So the plan is to have a shuttle operate continuously during our operating hours. The shuttle will operate from a location behind Mitre 10 and Pack and Save, currently off of State Highway 6, and then it will run to the airport terminal directly outside where we are, drop customers off their luggage, and then it'll make the loop again, and that will be continuous throughout the day.
The park and ride will benefit those parking for 3 or more days, especially visitors from the local and regional communities served by Queenstown Airport. A 12-month trial will operate from late March or April next year between Brooks Road, Frankton and the airport.
Some relief of some of the congestion which will happen in Glenda Drive when the Eastern Access Road opens May this year or next year. Secondly, it will provide a way for NZTA, ourselves and the airport to take all those cars parked on the side of the road on State Highway 6 leading down to the bridge off the road there.
The Queenstown Airport Corporation is working with the Queenstown Lakes District Council to coordinate the launch of the park and ride trial with the completion of the Stage 1 Hawthorne Drive link between Frankton Flats and Remarkable Park in May.
We will likely launch a little bit earlier than that Stage 1 opening, but as soon as it opens, then the routing of the shuttle will actually utilize that new infrastructure.
The offering will be based on a pay-to-park model. Basically, the users will be getting 2 tickets from their pay machine. 1 ticket will go onto their dashboard and the other ticket will go to the bus. Details of the park and ride offering, like shuttle operation, scheduling and pricing, will be released in the new year. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, a Pokemon Go style app launches for kids in Dunedin and things are looking up for Tiana. We'll find out why.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order emu oil today.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
We're a 25 Moreau Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focusing on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Got the rallies coming to stay these holidays, but the lawn's looking a mess. Call the team at Really Lawn, open right through Christmas and New Year.
My Els and I just love coming to Alex Campbell's. That's my favourite shop. I always get good value here, and good boys really deserve good brands and good quality. Look at these tees. Local beaches on some of them too. This is only for the good boys, the old boys, the young boys. What about some bright shorts for the boys? Excellent.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell menswear, it fits.
Yes, sunny chin.
Neck, shoulder, back,
Sciatica Pain Specialists. Innovative tools specifically designed to contour your grooves of depletion and excess muscle buildup.
Sunny Chin, it works.
Southern Television takes pride in providing a wide range of programming. If you have concerns about our programming or feel that standards have been breached, please write to the address on screen within 20 working days of airing. Visit Broadcast Standards Authority website for more information on the complaints process.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award winning Garador.
Welcome back. It's an alternative reality at the touch of your phone. The Dunedin City Council has set up a Pokemon Go style game which allows those with a downloaded app to play at Caversham Reserve in Dunedin. It opened this week after the Caversham Community Group gave the council permission to install the game.
Fans of virtual reality kittens, dinosaurs and unicorns might have a creature encounter this Christmas. And all you need is a smartphone or tablet to catch them all.
I'm Roselle Labone, here with Felicity Syme from the Dunedin City Council, who's showing me the ropes on a brand new interactive game. It's got a Pokemon Go vibe to it, but we're actually catching some critters right here in Dunedin.
Magical Park officially opened this week at Dunedin's Caversham Reserve. The game was purchased by the Dunedin City Council for $2,650.
Oh, that noise is a good sound. Oh, that's 6. She's just collected 6 kittens. And what we're really looking for is a particularly large cat, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, so once we've got all 15 kittens, we can find the big cat. It gets tricky when the dark fairy comes and chases them away.
Do you think this might be giving kids some unrealistic expectations for Christmas time presents? Perhaps cat-fixated children like myself.
The game's developer linked with New Zealand Recreation Association to get it through schools around New Zealand. The designers have populated this reserve with the game and tagged the GPS coordinates. There's 3 different games to choose from.
There's Augmentia, which you're chasing kittens, and then there's a dinosaur game, and at the moment there's a Christmas game where you have to put snowmen back together.
Looking through her phone, she can see all real and virtual characters on the field.
It's that boundary of the reserve along here doesn't go out into car park on my device, and then it cuts out maybe where the wee wooden fences there and along, and then it goes up on the bank.
Great.
So it's quite a big area.
For the council, there is an ulterior motive. The land was initially going to be developed into housing, but the council's hoping they can prove it's worthwhile to keep it in community hands.
It's kind of creating that link by getting people here with technology, getting them off the couch with technology, and then once they're here they go, oh actually you know what, playing outside's really fun.
And as the game is never switched off, you can keep herding cats till the cows come home. Roselle Labone, The South Today.
Te Anau is continuing to be developed. This follows new statistics showing an increasing number of building consents being granted in Southland, and the District Council says this is down to a few reasons.
There's a trend in Southland. Hi, I'm Ruby Spink in Invercargill, outside the Southland District Council, which has seen more consents being granted in this year than in 2015. In fact, there were 22 consents granted this October compared to 17 in the same month last year. But the District Council says this is mainly concentrated in one area.
New dwellings in Southland is relatively subdued throughout the district, apart from the Te Anau Basin. What we have found is that while numbers may be down throughout the district, the value of the houses is also slightly less, and while numbers are up, values are down, and the square meterage associated with the dwellings is actually down also.
He says this means people are building smaller, cheaper houses in the town. He says Te Anau is an attractive place for people to build houses for three main reasons.
One would be that Milford is actually growing in tourism. There's a lot of people in there out of Te Anau, so there's a tourist element to it. It's also a very attractive place to live and a very good place to have a holiday home. We would find that people are building a second home there, and they're using that more than we say Queenstown as a holiday home. And the third one would be that we actually believe that there are people who are leaving Queenstown, liquidating their assets there and moving to Te Anau and having some extra funds for themselves.
Merrin says the schools in Te Anau are seeing increasing numbers of students, which indicates that more families are moving there. And this has been the case for the last 2 to 3 years, predating the Southland Regional Development Strategy, which aims to bring 10,000 new people to live in the region by 2025. He says we're likely to see more of the same over 2017.
For the rest of the 2016-17 year, we envisage that would be very similar to last year, even though we have a peak at this time that we have an increase. We went from 90 new houses to over 100. We envisage that overall the value of work will be slightly down, our consents will be slightly up, but all in all it will be well within 3 or 4% of what we did last year.
He says if dairy prices continue strengthening over the next few years, we're likely to see further increases in building, but at this stage it's too early to see an impact. I'm Ruby Spink for The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, we take a look at the stories making headlines so far this month, and we check out weather for the end of the working week.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order Emu oil today.
Got the rallies coming to stay these holidays, but the lawn's looking a mess? Call the team at Ready Lawn, open right through Christmas and New Year.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
Yes, Sunny Chin!
Neck, shoulder, back, sciatica, pain specialists. Innovative tools specifically designed to contour your grooves of depletion and excess muscle build-up.
Sunny Chin, it works.
We've got far too many shirts at Alex Campbell Menswear, and we'd like to bring you the best deal possible, buy one, get one free. How good's that? What about the popular Tara Cash brand, for example? Buy one, get one free. And our business shirts. Look, buy one, get one free. Race in now, because this deal finishes on Saturday. Buy one, get one free on shirts.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Buy one, get one free. Free!
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
We're a 25 Moro place, Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. proudly brought to you by multi-award winning Garador.
Welcome back. Well, we've come to the end of the year and December is still playing out, but we will take a look back at the stories that the South Today reporters have been filing from the regions.
December began with the news that John Key would be resigning from the position of Prime Minister effective immediately. And it was Bill English from Dipton who stepped up to fill his shoes, much to the delight of the Dipton locals.
Oh yeah, no, I think he'll do all right. Yep, no, he's been in the game long enough now. I think he'll be all right for the job. I think he's been there and had a go at it. I think now he's learnt a lot since then.
I think it'll be great. Yeah, great having a Southlander in there.
Organisers of the postponed South Dunedin Festival came up with a new plan, a busking festival, and it will see a range of performers entertaining on stages in the main street. 32 McLarens were on tour in the South Island worth millions of dollars. Unfortunately, one came to grief in Queenstown and a Melbourne man was remanded without plea until January. The Tuatara and Southland Museum were getting more active thanks to the warm weather, and each year the community is asked to help with feeding.
They sort of go through a starving period over the winter because in nature there's no insects for them to eat. So within the captive environment here we do the same and we don't feed them. So for the warmer weather, which we had at the beginning of the month, they're all out and hungry. We've got our locusts, we had some hoo-hoo grubs, but we're totally depleted of the hoo-hoo grub population now.
The high-octane sport of drifting was held indoors for the first time, with burning rubber filling up the Forsyth Bar Stadium. The top four battle saw drivers showing how skilled they were at driving fast on a tight track. Cole Armstrong made the perfect start to the D1 NZ Series Championship and was judged to be the best driver on the day. The finishing touches were being put in place at the entrance to Cromwell.
What we're looking at, the barrier's now removed. People can see there's something there to go and look at. And sure, some will just probably stop and get a photo of the fruit, but hopefully some now will say, oh, it's worth going in there and having a closer look.
And finally, the Southland Regional Council went through an emergency response exercise to see how they'd react in a major oil spill. Dee Karen, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Clutha Southland Member of Parliament Todd Barclay has retained the National Party's support to contest the electorate in 2017. The historic building that houses Dunedin music venue Sammy's is under offer, which came as a surprise to proprietor Sam Chin today. And a new park and ride project hopes to alleviate Queenstown's parking shortage near the airport, but not until Easter next year. It's time now to find out what's going to be in Friday's Otago Daily Times. We're joined by Dave Cannon. Good evening.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Christmas spending frenzy. That's the main story for tomorrow's paper. This time of the year, of course, everyone goes mad. We've got something on the Beaumont Bridge, which I think you guys covered as well, but the preferred option, which is to go past the pub and not behind the pub for obvious reasons.
Yes.
We've had a chat to the fellow who claims to be the first person to use the new toilet at Baldwin Street.
Oh, well, that's something to put in your CV, isn't it?
Exactly right, yes. And
we don't want the details necessarily.
No. And there's quite a nice story about a lady who someone keeps giving her a garden gnome every year for Christmas, except she hates garden gnomes.
Aww.
So why would you do that? But anyway, it's a bit of fun, but that's the time of the year we have. And the wash is a bit more about the Christmas spirit, and we've got the more favourite roses, not the sprayed roses that we wrote about today.
Looking very sad.
They were indeed, a very sad story.
Very sparse.
But healthier tomorrow.
Yeah, excellent. That's in the wash.
Good Christmas.
Thank you, and same to you.
Okay, and to the readers as well.
The viewers, actually, they're viewers on this side of the hallway.
The viewers, I know what you're saying.
Thanks, Dave. That's tomorrow's ODT, and it's time now for tomorrow's weather.
This weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Manuka Honey.
Here is today's southern view, and it's taken looking up towards the gondolas in Queenstown. And a beautiful view from up there as well. To the situation, and a cool west to southwest flow is here for the next few days. It's bringing some showers at times to the south coast, but mostly fine weather inland. To the towns in the lower part of the South Island, showers and sou'westers everywhere with a high of 14 degrees. Up to the towns in the central and southern lakes areas. Sou'westers with some cloud for Alexandra, Queenstown and Wanaka. Sou'westers and showers for Te Anau with a high of 14. And a little bit further up we go. Oamaru is expecting showers tomorrow along with Timaru, both on a high of 17. Sou'westers and some cloud for Omarama and Twizel with 17 degrees each. And Dunedin tonight, becoming fine-ish with northerly winds. Tonight's low 10 degrees. Tomorrow sou'westers and showers, but they will clear off in the evening. 14 degrees is the high. And on Saturday, otherwise known as Christmas Eve, sunny periods and cool sou'westers with a high of 15. And in Invercargill tonight, showers developing with an overnight low of 7. Tomorrow the showers will clear in the afternoon with sunny periods increasing, gusty sou'westers easing, a high of 14. And on Saturday, cloudy with gusty sou'westers and 14 degrees. And that's all from the team here at the South Today for Thursday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.